Hello, this is Dr. Arnessa Bennett. Welcome to the show. I have a great show for you today, but I want to thank you for taking time to stop and just take a little listen to what I'm saying today. Today, we're going to be talking about self-talk. What are you saying? You know, during this time, I hear so many conversations when I'm out and about, and I try to make that as rare as possible, but you have to buy groceries, you have to eat. So sometime when I'm out grocery shopping, I hear a lot of conversations, and I'm just surprised on how negative sometimes the conversations are. And I think sometimes people really don't realize what they're saying. It's just out of habit. But when you create those negative habits, is it working for you or is it not? Most of the time, it's not working for you. So this a little scripture I found, and it works perfect with what I'm talking about today. And some of this content is coming from my book, Your Life Movie. Um, just life skill, personal development type of book. And I'm working on a re-edit. So hopefully by a couple of weeks from now, it'll be up and ready for you to take a look at it. I want to kind of revamp it. This comes from Matthew's 12th chapter, the 34th and 35th verse. And this is from the Easy Bible, which is like easy reading Bible. And I use this a lot when I'm working with youth groups on workshops because it sounds just like we talk. And it says, you cannot say good things when your thoughts are bad. When you speak, your words show what is in your mind. It is like things that you bring out of a room where you keep them. A good man says good things because he keeps good thoughts in his mind. A bad man says bad things because he keeps bad things in his mind, or bad thoughts in his mind. So, are you keeping good thoughts or bad thoughts in your mind? It's something to think about. What thoughts? If the thoughts are positive, we know that thoughts become things. So, are you wanting good things to happen in your life? If you do, we really have to guard ourselves on what we say, the words that come out of our mouth, because we will be surprised if you do a recording and you listen to everything that you said. You be like, did I say that? I don't know why I said that. That's why it's so important to really think about what you're saying. So when we are just talking, we want to create the best thoughts that your mind could possibly have. And Lord knows I am very creative when it comes to my thoughts, because there are a lot of things that I still want to do and enjoy. So I try to always keep positive things in my mind. And we're living during COVID, the pandemic. And sometimes you may say, Arnessa, it is hard to find something positive, but you have to keep working on staying positive, because it will help you with not only your mind, but your body. Because you got to stay in a uplifted, in a high vibration. Is very important. Concentrate on new habits that create new positive paths. When you try to do better, it seems like things kind of open up to you. I've noticed that in my life. When I try to do good things and I put good thoughts out, and I believe in speaking it. And I am just surprised how God will I can be looking on the internet, because I still do a lot of research because right now I'm doing research on being healthier, especially when I'm in my 60s. So I'm looking at ways to be a super ager. And that's a person who, even though they're in their 40s or 50s or 60s, they still are doing things like they did when they were in their 30s. And so that's what I'm working on, developing the skills that I need to do to stay active and stay relevant with what's going on in the world. If you have uh, if you have been saying the following, I want you to stop today. I am so stupid. How many people are saying that? I'm not good enough. Yes, you are. You are good enough as your God's child. And maybe if you're not, you need to think about being God's child and accepting him as your father. I didn't go to college, so I can't live my dreams. I'm the first one to tell you it is never too late to go to college. I just finished my PhD. If I can do it, you can do it. I can't forgive myself for the things that I've done in the past. Yes, you can. And you can ask God to forgive you too. I'm always unsure of myself. Have you heard yourself saying that? Stop. I'm always late and $1 short. Oh, please, if you're saying that, please stop. Just stop. Now, all that I just said, all that negativeness, is that any good for anybody? Is that productive? Is that going to bring anything positive into your life? Don't do it. Don't do it. I want you to start adding these statements. I am so smart. God gives me wisdom to be the best that I can be. I can do all things through God who strengthens me. I am blessed and highly favored. Yes, I am. I am good enough. I can go back to college. I can and I have forgiven myself. I am beautiful. I am confident. I'm a winner. And I am loved. And I want you to mean them. Yes, you're all of that and more. But you have to decide that you are positive, you are good, you are all the good things that God has created you to be. And now it's your time to use your gifts and talents to show the world just who you are. You are just more than you can imagine. You know, we imagine our lives to be a certain thing, and then God puts his super on it, and ooh, you will find yourself doing things that you never thought you could do. Because I know that's how it's been in my life. I'm just amazed on the opportunities that just are dropped in my lap by people who didn't even know that that was something I was interested in. But God knew. In some kind of way, God said, okay, I want you to do this and go to Arnessa and invite her in. And that's what happens. Sometimes I could just be home sipping my coffee. Oh, this is some good coffee. This coffee is it's called triple chocolate coffee. And you know I'm on low carb again. I tried to be a vegan. I truly tried to be a vegan. Whew. It did not like my body being a vegan. I had such severe gas pains that one night I thought I was going to have to go to the emergency room. And this is not the time I had to go to the emergency room. I thought I was having a heart attack. I thought God was bringing me on home. So I can't do the vegan, but I can do the low carb. And so that's what I'm doing. But this particular coffee, I just added a little cream, whole cream, no carbs, and a little equal. And oh, you talking about something decadent. It's really good. But we are meant to be just super people. And we got to remember that we can do anything that we set our mind to, but leave the negative words out. This is what I want you to do. This is like a little experiment that you can do. I like to do fun things. For the next 3 days in a row, you can do it during the week or during the weekend, whichever is easier for you. I want you to go all day long, from the time you get out of bed to the time you go to sleep at night, not saying anything negative. Now, my husband has learned that instead of me saying something negative, I just won't say nothing at all. So he knows that usually if he says something and then he's asking my input, I'll just not say anything, or either I'll say, bless their heart. That's the southern thing that we do down south. I just say, bless their heart, because I don't want to say anything negative. So you got to find out what works for you. Like if somebody says something, instead of you saying something negative, you got to come up with something positive. And bless your heart is something that I use a lot. Also, this is my next one. Are you beating yourself up about things? If you are, stop doing that. Stop beating yourself up about things that you can't do anything about. It's already happened. It's already passed. Just let it go. Let it go. Because if that's what's keeping you negative, let it go. Sometimes relationships go sour and we're harboring negative feelings. Them folks is going on about their business. They didn't forget what they did, and here you still harboring all this sadness and this negativity. Let it go. It's not worth it. Now, there could be some things that are real that have caused negativity. Corona, that's a real thing. This pandemic, it's a real thing. It's a very negative time. But that's when it's important to go into prayer. You just have to pray. You have to pray for the people. You have to pray for the world. That's what's important. Because this too shall pass. Corona and the pandemic is not going to last forever. You know, certain people want to put a number of months. Nobody really knows. But what we do know, after this, we're going to have a renaissance. And the renaissance, you know, we've had them in the past. We've had terrible things, worse than this, to happen. But after it was all over and the Renaissance came, that's when people created new businesses, people created wonderful music, Read up on the Renaissance. I mean, there was a Harlem Renaissance. There was Renaissance that happened overseas. But just check it out. But you want to think about the Renaissance for yourself personally. How do you want to be when this is over? I want to be a whole different person than I was going in because of the thoughts and the things that I've been saying to myself during the pandemic. Staying focused, working on different projects that have to do with me personally, working on projects that have to do with my surroundings. I'm going to be all right because you have to keep your mind right. You have to keep your mind right. And that means positivity. Positive mind is going to take you a long way. It will help with your creativity. We don't have room for negativity in our mind. We're not going to be the bad man. Every time you think about this scripture, I want you to think, am I the good woman or am I the bad woman? Be the good woman. Be the woman who has good things to say to people. You know, you might be the only person that said anything positive to them that whole month. So always know and always have positive thoughts. I want you to write down your takeaway from going 3 days without saying anything negative. Did you realize what you were saying? Some of you probably need to record it like I did. You know, as you're talking to people, you know, especially if it's family members, you know, just record it. You are going to be surprised what comes out of your mouth. I want you to write some things down that you hear yourself saying. And sometimes we have to write it down so that we can know it needs to be a change. We have to flip the script. If the script has been negative, we have to flip it so it can be positive. I'm always talking about rewriting the script. Just like I said, your life movie. When you are the director of your movie, if the script needs changing, you can change it. Every day you can change it if you want to. And that's what life is about. Life is about flipping the script, making life how you want it to be. And I hope that you do this experiment. I want you to subscribe. I want you to write down some comments. If you do the experiment, please let me know so I can find out what were your takeaways. What were you saying that you never thought you would be saying? Especially when you're talking to your husband and stuff. Sometimes we're just amazed, you know, what we say, because, you know, they'll say, what did you say? So make it fun. That's what life is about. We got so much things that may not be fun. Make your life fun. Make your life exciting. Make it, and that's what I try to do. I try to make our life fun and exciting. You know, we do things, we talk. You know, even though we've been married 12 years in January, you know, we're still on the honeymoon. We're still enjoying life. We're still doing fun things together. We're still laughing. Life is what you make it. So make it be the best. Whatever that means for you, because everybody's different. So please subscribe. Please like this show. And if you have an idea for another show, let us know. I have some other collaborations coming that I'm really excited about. I'm going to be doing a show with a wonderful woman, Esther Santos, and she's a wonderful woman. And we're going to be doing a collaboration, a show together, Queen to Queen TV. It's going to be on in probably a couple of weeks, so I'm excited about that. But make your life what you want it to be.